Давай, давай.
No shooting, no shooting, no shooting.
As Azov troops were combing a sector of the front line, they discovered something they didn't expect. 3 Russian personnel chose to end resistance and surrender. So, what was the full chronology? Let's take a look.
Руки, блядь, поднял и вылезай! Вылазь! Выходим!
What began as a routine clearing operation turned into a high-profile event. Several Russian personnel were captured by Azov forces, while several Azov forces crews secured 3 areas previously under surveillance. For several days, Ukrainian Azov troops had been monitoring a building adjacent to the battle area. Observations revealed the location to be completely deserted. There was no movement, no suspicious activity. Therefore, the Azov team decided to approach and conduct a direct inspection. However, just as they closed the distance, the situation changed drastically. The silence that had previously enveloped the area was shattered when gunshots rang out from within the building. In an instant, the seemingly deserted location revealed a completely unexpected surprise. Meanwhile, in a different sector, a second squad of Azov troops conducted a sweeping operation in a forest area previously monitored from the air by Ukrainian drone operators. Information from these observations helped the team on the ground understand the terrain and determine safer routes of movement. Maintaining vigilance, the troops moved through the densely wooded area, ensuring every critical point was checked. Intense coordination between ground units and aerial observers was carried out to minimize risks and increase situational awareness on the ground. After a period of sweeping, the target area was successfully secured. The troops then ensured that there was no further activity that could potentially disrupt the operation in that sector. Amidst various efforts to open dialogue, relations between Moscow and Kiev have once again entered a difficult phase. Russian President Vladimir Putin signaled that a face-to-face meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is not a priority in the near future. This statement immediately attracted international attention. Many hoped that high-level talks would open new opportunities for the diplomatic process, but so far, no signs of such a meeting have been visible. At the same time, Russia has emphasized that its primary focus remains on achieving the goals set at the outset of the conflict. This stance indicates that significant differences in perspective between the two sides remain, and the path to a peace agreement is expected to be challenging. With this situation, global attention is now focused on the next steps taken by both countries. Will diplomacy once again find a bright spot, or will tensions persist for an even longer period? This is a major question that still remains unanswered. Meanwhile, developments on the ground indicate that the situation remains highly dynamic. In various sectors, both sides continue to strengthen their respective positions while monitoring any changes on the front lines. In recent weeks, the use of reconnaissance technology and drones has again come into the spotlight. Information gathered from the air allows units on the ground to make faster decisions and adjust strategies according to current conditions. Observers assess that the current phase of the conflict is not only about troop movements, but also about the ability to obtain accurate information and respond to changing situations quickly. Therefore, any new developments on the ground could have a significant impact on the course of subsequent operations. Meanwhile, the international community continues to closely monitor the course of this conflict. Many hope for an opportunity to de-escalate tensions, but so far, there have been no signs of a major shift in relations between the two countries. What is clear is that every statement from leaders, every development on the front lines, and every step taken by both sides will continue to attract global attention. And with the situation still evolving, it is not impossible that new events could emerge that could change the dynamics of the conflict in a relatively short time. The question now is, will the coming months bring new opportunities for diplomacy, or will they be the next chapter in an increasingly complex strategic competition? We will continue to follow developments. Interestingly, a number of analysts are beginning to see that the current conflict is entering a different phase than in previous years. It's no longer simply about who controls a particular territory, but also about who can adapt more quickly to changing conditions on the ground. Every day, new information flows from various sectors. Observation reports, drone activity, and even logistical movements are factors that both sides constantly consider. In situations like this, speed in assessing the situation is often as important as strength. At the same time, international public attention remains high. Many countries continue to monitor the latest developments because the impact of this conflict is not only felt in the region, but also affects various global aspects, from security to the economy. While there are no signs of major changes in the near future, the dynamics on the ground indicate that the situation remains very open. One decision, one significant development, or one unexpected moment could quickly change the course of events. For this reason, many observers prefer not to rush to conclusions. This conflict has already delivered several unexpected surprises, and the possibility of new developments remains wide open. For now, the world can only wait to see how both sides will play out next. And as has happened so many times, the next chapter may bring a different story than what is expected today.